capital punishment, also known as the death penalty, is a highly controversial topic that continues to spark intense debates and divide public opinion, with proponents arguing for its deterrent effect on crime and the ultimate justice it provides to victims and their families, and opponents advocating for its inhumane, fitting few course inside of the world, and turn how they are taking a mutual opponent's special action in the mystery of life law. I got it more. And in this debate, we will explore the arguments from both sides, shedding light on the various perspectives and considerations surrounding this contentious practice. Proponents of capital punishment argue that it serves as an effective deterrent against heinous crimes. They believe that the fear of facing the death penalty acts as a strong disincentive, preventing potential criminals from committing acts of violence. Additionally, supporters assert that the death penalty provides a sense of closure and justice to the victims' families, offering them a form of retribution, emotional healing. Furthermore, proponents highlight the financial aspect of capital punishment. They argue that the cost of life imprisonment often surpasses the expenses associated with implementing the death penalty. This argument suggests that capital punishment can be a more cost-effective solution in the long run, as it eliminates the need for lifelong incarceration. On the other hand, opponents of capital punishment argue that it violates the fundamental right to life and constitutes a form of cruel and unusual punishment. They maintain that every individual, regardless of their crimes, should be afforded the chance for rehabilitation and redemption. Capital punishment, in their view, denies the possibility of remorse and personal growth, perpetuating a cycle of violence instead of pursuing avenues for positive change. In addition, opponents highlight the risk of executing innocent individuals. The fallibility of the criminal justice system, coupled with the potential for human error, presents a grave concern. Cases of wrongful convictions, DNA exonerations, and the existence of systemic biases have raised significant doubts about the reliability of capital punishment. Critics argue that a flawed system should not be entrusted with irreversible decisions that can result in the loss of innocent lives. Another argument against capital punishment revolves around disparities in its implementation. Opponents point out that the death penalty is disproportionately used against marginalized individuals, with racial and socioeconomic factors influencing the likelihood of receiving a death sentence. This disparity raises concerns of discrimination and unequal treatment under the law, undermining the principles of justice and fairness. Moreover, opponents of capital punishment advocate for the importance of restorative justice and rehabilitation. They believe that society should focus on fostering empathy, addressing the root causes of crime, and providing opportunities for personal growth and transformation. By investing in rehabilitation programs, opponents argue that society can break the cycle of violence and promote long-term societal well-being. In conclusion, the debate surrounding capital punishment encompasses a wide range of perspectives and considerations. Proponents argue for its effectiveness as a deterrent, the emotional closure it brings to victims' families, and the financial benefits it may offer. On the other hand, opponents highlight its violation of human rights, the risk of executing innocent individuals, disparities in implementation, and the importance of restorative justice. As society grapples with this contentious issue, it is essential to foster continued dialogue and critical examination of the ethical, moral, and practical implications of capital punishment.